Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, welcome back to another XPlane11 video. It's been a while. It has been quite some time, most specifically 2 to 3 months. I apologise, particularly being in lockdown, that's not really acceptable. What's my excuse? Well, I don't really have one. I just wasn't really feeling the videos, to be honest. The video live, it wasn't really there. I do a lot of Twitch streaming, if that takes your fancy, so do go and check that out, but yeah, I haven't really... Okay, I don't know what that was. Yeah, I haven't really been feeling like doing any videos, but nevertheless, here we are. I'll try again. It's start of May. Let's see how many months it takes me to edit this one. Yeah. So, first of all, hope you guys are all doing well and taking care during this, well, disaster of a situation that I don't think anyone will be bothered with. Yeah, so, about the flight anyway, we'll talk about the rest of that later. We are currently on the ground in Lisbon, Portugal. On a turnaround state at the moment, so we're just flown down here from Dublin, landed not that long ago, in a fast Ryanair turnaround here. And we're heading back up to Dublin again, it's on the return sector. As RYR5QR Quebec Romeo, operate the passenger flight of FR7329. This is one of Ryanair's critical connecting routes that they still operate, even during COVID-19. They're still doing these flights. So they're actually flying, for me at the moment, pretty heavy. They're taking 125 passengers, which equates to about 54 tonnes on a zero fuel weight. Which, compared to recently what I've been flying, that's pretty heavy. I've been taking no more than about 40 passengers recently, so yeah, let's see if I can still fly this thing when it's got a fair few people on. Anyway, nevertheless, I think I should stop rambling, get on board, and start setting up. So onto the flight deck. As I said, we're in a turnaround state, so we're half ready to go already, which is a good bonus on the norm. First off, I'm going to come in here and just refuel the aircraft. We are refueling to 9.7 tonnes, which is a bit more than the required. Minimum takeoff fuel required 8.1. So we've got an extra 1.5 tonnes, sorry, 1.6 tonnes to be precise. It's because the weather in Dublin, the TAF predicts we're going to land with gusting 34 crosswinds or something like that. So yeah, that's our reason for a bit of extra fuel there, but we'll see what happens when we get up there, because usually the TAF's always wrong when it comes to Xenviro anyway. But yeah, so our zero fuel weight up is 54,626. So if I do the quick maths, it's going to be 11,515. Nope, that's too much. 515. There we go. 54,626. Excellent. That's all in, and we'll start the flight leg. All right, down to the MCDU. MCDU. This is not an Airbus. FMC. We'll start with Lisbon, which is near Papa Tango. We've got a Ryanair board of music in the back. Originally Papa Tango, and we're going up to Dublin, as I said, Echo Indy Delta Whiskey, as Ryanair 5 Quebec Romeo. Departure runway is 21 here in Lisbon. There's actually an event going on at the moment, so it's fairly busy. And we're planning to be out via the inbound Free Sierra departure. There it is. Stick that in. Excellent. From Inbound we're going direct to Pinnock. It's a lot of directs on this route because of the nature of it. And then from Pinnock we're going direct to Big Ass, where we pick up the Tango 9 airway. Fly as far as Lasno. Oops. What's happened there? Tango 9? Or not then? Big Ass. Yeah, it should be Tango 9. Well, this is fun. Let's have a look at the Tango 9 airway itself. Just on PFPX here. Okay, well, it's only 2 waypoints anyway, so we can just go direct to Lasno. Actually, that's just a whole airway. So yeah, let's go direct to Lasno, then that's still the same airway, same direction. And it's direct Emperor, because this route's semi-direct, because when we leave Spanish airspace, so sorry, Portuguese airspace, and enter Spanish, that's all directs. As you'll know, for anyone who does the Canaries very often. Then we go into Shamwick Oceanic airspace, and then we come out into Dublin, which again has no airways in their airspace. So yeah, it's all direct really. Direct to LTIG and then to Sussex, where we'll pick up our arrival. So yeah, pretty much an all direct route. Well, it is an all direct route, apart from the Tango 9, which didn't work. Arrival, apparently ILS to 10 via the Sussex 1 Romeo. We'll stick with it now and we can refine it all later. Excellent, so inboard we've got Pinnock, Big S to Tango 9 to Lasno, direct to Emperor, LT to Sussex, and then pick up the arrival. Excellent. Perfect, our 0 fuel it, just click it 54.6. Final reserve is 2.6 with an initial alternate of Shannon, I believe. Crosswind 6, cruising up at flight level, where I can find it, in the OFP. 380 initially, and then stepping 39 as we enter oceanic airspace. For traffic constrictions, cruise speeds 213 at 45 average. That gives us a tailwind, which is good. ISO deviations plus 1 degree, and that leaves us with minus 56 on the outside air temperature. Transition level, I'll tune the 8 but sometimes it doesn't seem to work. Oh, Jake's on DC. 12415.
LPPT information, Sierra.
Sierra.
LPPT is S1630. Expect ILS approaches runway and use T1TL554. Departure clearance contact Del 118 950 after. Departure contact 119.1 after landing, vacate via HS medium and LGT aircraft. Expect position U4. Departure comfortable dis 2410 if unable. Advise before tax. Wind 260 degrees 12 knots CLD. Few clouds at 2200 foot. Scattered clouds at 4200 foot temp 17. 2.12 QNH 1010 comply with speed limitations unless otherwise advised by.
Cool, right, so Sierra 119.1 after departure. 120 at 12, 17 degrees 1010. Excellent. 1010 is already set. So that's out of the cards already. Let's give our N1 limits, quick to the performance calculations. We are at Lisbon. I'll quickly do a similar screen just to get it done. Dry winds, as I said before, the 8 I said, not me, are 120 at 12, 17 degrees and 1010. We use optimum thrust and payload. I'll take off with 64.1 tons. And apparently we should be using takeoff 2 and 37 degrees, but that's actually from full length. We're not taking full length, or I don't give you it here. We're going from there. So so yeah, we'll take takeoff 1. That's more than sufficient for what we require. And climb 1 will do the trick as well. Do flat 5 departure. Get us in CG, and then our speeds are supposedly 140, 140, and 144. That is quite the discrepancy. It's better to rotate faster. Oh no, that's with the D rate, right? Okay, full. Right, yeah, okay, that's fine. Yeah, okay, this one matches up now. 130. So 146, 138, that's 1 knot out, so that's fine. 146, 145, that's again 1 knot out, but 1 knot discrepancies are fine. Again, as I said, winds are 120 at 12 knots. Currently, runway heading is 205. And then, I actually haven't checked the airport info for Lisbon, so I've got to quickly do that on my, on Chrome. I'm going to get up the airport information and just double check what noise abatement procedures they're using here at the moment. And into that, so we're using NADP2, which is lovely and easy, it's just 1000 and 1000. T1 engine out 1900, barrow, our elevation's 400 give or take, so 1500 AGL. Cool, and we use no set temperature, and our runway is dry as sticks. Cool, set V2 in here, of course. Flight deck is on. Let's put some RTO. We can close off the unnecessary charts. Departure, as I said, we're on the inbound 3 Sierra. Out of here. Cool, so it's an RNAV, which makes RNAV nice and easy. Climb initially to flight level 60. Take off on a heading 206, I'll set that. Out to Netvo, left to Gudav, and then out on this way to CV, and then in-bomb. All RNAVs, and there's no VORs to tune, except the Lisbon one would tune that just for good measure. 114.8. Oh, missed it, there we go. 114.8. Let's try that again. There you go, 148. That's just for reference, really. Right, we've got a fixed page. I'll enter what will be helpful here. Lisbon, 25 miles for the MSA, and the MSA itself, it doesn't see on there. I get a more accurate picture on another chart, which isn't there. Oh yeah, it does, never mind. 4,000 feet to the north, 3,000 feet to the south to evaluate that line. The north isn't going to matter to us. If we have an engine failure, we're going to be in the south part, and we'll just be able to see at discretion anyway. So we don't really have to memorise these as much, but they are there if we need them. Yep, so 3,000 feet is what we have to bear in mind for the MSA. Dublin, we'll enter DUB for the Dublin VOR. 25 miles for the MSA again, and we're cruising up at 390. So a little descent trick for knowing when you need to roughly start your descent. So if I do 39 times by 3 off, in this case I'll do 40, so 120. Take away the 3 that I didn't count for. 117. So that means we're going to require roughly 117 miles to descend, give or take. So stick that in there as a reference ring. So top descent should be roughly near that-ish, give or take a little bit. Descent forecast we'll do in the cruise before the descent planning. Yeah, I'm happy with the MCD, I keep calling it that, the FMC. Obviously all the tests were done this morning before we left Dublin for the first flight of the 4-sector day. This is the last flight now, so I'm shattered. NATP2, so 374 into the upper elevation, so we'll do 1,380 for the MFRA, so minimum flat retraction altitude. And this is the point where we'll begin to accelerate the aircraft as well. Initially we'll use level change to do so, and then engage VNAV afterwards. So I'll go across the delivery now and get our clearance. 118950.
Yeah. Shuttle gun 70 departure, initial level 60, squawk 5706, confirmed for SATA.
Right, we are fueled up, so I got all the fuel pumps on. Quick check across through the valves. Yep, that was good.
SATA 106 Papa, read back correct.
Listen delivery, very good evening, Ryanair 5 Quebec Romeo 77800 stand 208 with Sierra. Clearance Dublin as file please, it's 5 Quebec Romeo.
Ryanair 5 Quebec Romeo, Lisboa delivery boa tarde, clear to Dublin via inboom 3 Sierra departure, runway 21, initial climb flight level 60, squawk 4735.
Okay, cleared to Dublin for the inboom 1 Sierra Christian 3 Sierra departure, runway 21, initial climb flight level 60, squawk 4735, Ryanair 5 Quebec Romeo.
Ryanair 5 Quebec Romeo, read that correct.
Cool.
Air Portugal
right.
258.
Oh, you finished setting up. Right, that's all that done. And get better pushback to, I'll show him where I want to go at least. Ooh, which way is he going to want us to push? It's going to be this way, it's got to be this way. Surely. Yeah, I'll do that. Cool. Get the passengers seated. Gonna get the flight deck door shut as well. And to be honest, I think we can start shutting up. I'm pretty happy with where we are. What we will do is fly a VAP up first. There's a BA gone by. Special condition to the left side for the return fly as well. Checklist, we have just a million-year checklist, but because we're in a transit flight, we have to do the items with a star next to them. So gear pins are removed, oxygen, do this again for like 4 times a day. Tested 100%. Fuels 8.1 required, 9.6 tons on board. Pumps are on. Fans signs are on, window heats on, air conditioning and pressurization panels all set. Instruments are cross-checked. Auto brakes RTO. Cerex down detent. Stabilizer jump cut switches are both in normal. Radios, radar and transponders set in standby. Radar and aileron trims 3 and 0. PA. I haven't done one. Should I do one? Yeah, let's have a crack at doing one. I always make my first officer do this in shared cockpit, so I may as well have a go. Right. Ladies and gentlemen, a very good evening. Welcome aboard Ryanair service FR7329, taking you up to Dublin this evening. Got the last year on board, we're fully ready to go now for on-time departure out of here in Lisbon. Just departing in roughly about 1-5 minutes. Taking off southerly, making a left-hand turn, heading back up to the north, following the Portuguese coastline out over Spain and into oceanic airspace in over the Atlantic. Entering into Irish airspace from the south and then just following the coast up towards Dublin. Flight time today expected to be around 2 hours and 12 minutes and cruising up at 38,000 feet. Cabin crew will shortly give you a safety briefing, please pay your full attention to us. Other than that, please sit back, relax and enjoy your flight. Not too bad, I'll take it. Right. Anyway, continue. PA complete. FNC CVU is still set. N1 and ISO are auto 94.2% N1 set. EFB, well, it's secure. It's not stowed, it's cyber. Those off, flight deck, window and cockpit door closed and holding on the doors. Everything's closed up. APU's online, got that on the gens, and APU bleed can come on as well. Where were we? Yeah, doors closed and passenger seats up to the line completed. Right, I'll go get back onto delivery again, and yeah, we'll let them know we're ready.
Portugal 1687, contact Lisboa ground on 121.75.
Roger, ground 1217, good day.
The Ryanair Quebec Romeo is fully ready, stand 208.
Ryanair 5 Quebec Romeo, contact Lisboa ground 121.75.
Ground 121.75, Ryanair 5 Quebec Romeo, thanks for the bite. Cool. Transfer over. You get a push from this guy.
Portugal 1687, Lisboa ground, good afternoon, stand by for push number 7.
7!
Roger, standing by 1687.
Hey guys, hello, Ryanair 5 Quebec Romeo, stand 208, we're also ready for push.
Ryanair 5 Quebec Romeo, Lisboa ground, good afternoon, stand by for push number 8.
Number 8, thanks, 5 Quebec Romeo. Well, that's fun, isn't it? What's going on here then? Well, the point was assessing there. What's going on? Oh, that's what's going on, right.
Were you able to pick up my last transmission for EC2?
I think is I'll do a jump cut until we get a push, and then yeah, I'll get back to you then.
117 negative second. Ryanair 5 Quebec Romeo, push and start approved.
Hey!
West.
Where's that approved, Ryanair 5 Quebec Romeo? Hallelujah, right guys. We have a release. That was about 15 minutes or so. Which isn't too bad to be honest, but yeah.
Milan 3819.
Right, so packs off any collision lights.
6 via Lima.
Get the tug up.
Quebec, uniform and Alpha. All short running to 1.
There he comes. Alt off on the transponder. And below line, air conditioning packs are off. Anti-collision lights on. Parking brake is set and transponder's out off. Force checks complete. Alright, let's start the clock on the right. Turn this guy down because he's definitely loud. Let's get out of here. Just started doing biology work as well. Really told me. Honestly.
118, 111, William Maroc, 983.
Well, here comes the tug. Doors are all closed and locked. I'm going to get the airport chart up for now. So I will get up as this one, because we only need to go as far as there, so everything will need on here. We're down here on Zulu 2. Right, I'm happy about where we are. All the hydraulics still on now, as per the new SOP. Chop can bugger off, as can now.
Taxi enable uniform 5 intersection.
Uniform 5. So where's he getting?
Schedule
Yeah,
568
Uniform 5.
second.
Schedule 568, we're ready to taxi. Enable Uniform 5 intersection.
Yeah, Uniform 5, that's where you're going to go from anyway. I'll be fine to go from there.
6 via Alpha.
How's a Tug doing?
6 by
I think he's ready to go,
length,
but
schedule 568.
I can't hear him because I had a headset issue earlier, so he's having a bad day.
63
Well, up the
runway
jump.
21, contact over 118.1 by.
This thing is just been up a few seconds for us to park and brake in and get on our way. Stopped. Right.
EZ2122, stand by for
Parking it released. Number 10, Jesus. You should start moving us now. With better luck. Pretty please.
Schedule 568.
Hey,
ready to
right.
take, somebody,
Okay, clear
to
left. Clear right. Start sequence is 2 and then 1. Wow, he's out.
35.
Start sequence is 2 and 1. We'll start number 2. N2 rotation.
Ground,
Start valves open.
requesting taxi.
In 1 rotation. Yeah, low pitch rumble there. Oil pressure's rising.
SATA 106 by
25% fuel in. And clear this now. Apart from 19.1, I've had a departure frequency, there's nothing we need. EGT and fuel flow.
Module 669, stand by for push number 11, brake.
Wow.
Module 169.
That queue is huge now. Start cut out.
Portugal 1687, push is approved, facing north.
And engine is stabilised. Start number
We
1.
are on stack 146. Requested push and start. Can you repeat last
N2 rotation.
EZ2122,
Brussels there,
stand by
beeline.
for push number 10.
In 1 rotation.
EZ81 Alpha Tango, what number are we for push and start?
Oil pressure. $25 fuel in.
Number 4 for pushback.
Fuel for EGT. It's just weird, he requested it before me, so I don't know how this has worked, but oh well, I'm not going to complain.
Roger, give way to the aircraft
Right.
from right to left after him.
Starts cut out.
Air Portugal 2585.
And we have a stabilised engine start on number 1. Excellent. There he is. Oh, I missed Tui, I haven't followed Tui in ages because of the whole lockdown. Right, stop there. Primary sets, and then this point the tug would usually be shouting at me, but the audio's broken, so we're going to brush past that and pretend it never happened. You can go through the flows while he disconnects. So transfer the gens, probe's on, this guy's really loud. Back to auto station, we'll have auto AP bleed off, not engine crash, no, AP bleed off. Starter is a continuous, AP you can go to off. Assistance page, we can set the trim, that's as far as we can go until the tug has buggered off. So 5.5 units is the trim that we're looking for. There we go. And now we wait until the tug is driven away from our wheel. Which, yeah, that's cool. I'm just seeing him lifting up his thing there. Right, so we go 1, 2, 5. That's 5 selected. Full left, full right, neutral, full up, full down, neutral, and left, go to right, neutral, excellent, full free movement. With those, okay, before taxi checklist, the generator's on, APU's off, starter was continuous, anti-ice is not required, air conditioning, I've got the packs also, and the bleeds are on, set. Flaps 5 required, power selected, green light, stabiliser trim, we got 5.5 units required, 5.5 units set. Start leaves idle detent, flight controls checked, and recall is checked. Flight check's complete. Alright, I'm calling ready for taxi. Should we have a gap anyway, we will.
Holding position, German cargo 840.
RYR5 Quebec Romeo is ready for taxi.
Scott Travel 568, all short uniform.
Yeah, he's out of helicopter about to crash into each other here.
Aircraft requesting taxi in Segan.
RYR5 Quebec Romeo ready for taxi.
And I have 5 Quebec Romeo, recycle squawk 4731.
Recycling 4731 5 Quebec Romeo.
SATA 106 Papa.
Oh, no, right. Damn it.
The Logic 843, straight ahead, Lima.
As soon as he's given this guy's taxi, he should give it to us. The queue's going down at least, so is that to look forward to. Hopefully, there's a lot of arrivals in from Chalder. Come on, mate. Oh, we got a rotation over there. Hello. It's 320.
Eagle 167,
Is that Ryanair Morocco or Tunisia? Tunis, yeah. Tunis.
SATA 106 Papa position, break, D-line 3818, contact tower 118.1.
119.1.
Ryanair 5 Quebec Romeo, we are ready for Sansi.
Ryanair 5 Quebec Romeo, standby, break, sky travel 568, continue taxi position Alpha 6.
This might take a little while.
118.1.
The joys.
Continue taxi Alpha 6 by Alpha and Tower 186, schedule taxi, bye-bye.
I'm going to clearly assign us. We could go this way, or we could go that way, or we could go...
Taxi to holding point, correction, taxi position Alpha 6 via Zulu 1, Mike, Quebec, Uniform and Alpha, hold short runway 21.
Zulu 1, Mike, Quebec, Uniform and Alpha, hold short of runway 21, Ryanair 5 Quebec Romeo.
Ryanair 5 Quebec Romeo, expect full length.
Okay, we'll expect full length 5 Quebec Romeo. We are able to Uniform 5, but we can expect full 5 Quebec Romeo. Well, fun, okay. Marking increased. Hit config check. Yep, config's good.
Ryanair 5 Quebec Romeo, expect full length for separation.
Okay, full length for separation, Ryanair 5 Quebec Romeo, no worries. Right, taxi light on, clear left, clear right, we should have done that before. But anyway, let's get going. So guys, hello, welcome back. We're just currently heading down to full length, which we were given obviously. We have a bit of time now, which I'm going to use to amend the performance calculations, because we did them for the intersection. So I've redone them for the sake of saving time as I'm taxiing, and if I keep an eye on where I'm going.
Ready for a quick departure.
We can just take off 2 now.
You're going to be, not yet, there's a few
With
to
37 degrees.
Aboriginal 2685 winds
decline 1.
2 on clear takeoff, no delay
And we want speeds of 140, 140 and 144, so that's all within 1 knot discrepancy. So again, that's all completely allowed. This one, and we'll reset us to 144. Cool. So we're going to hold here, Sierra 4, I don't know where that Skies travel's going, but I'll tell you what, we'll stop here, just so we're not like sort of parallel to them or causing any obstacles or anything like that. So we'll just bring it to a stop here, and I can pull forward once he's lined up. Alright, excellent. I might have a bit of a wait here, but we'll do slightly before the checklist. Config is checked. +5 green lights, 3 hours of trim is 575 units set. Take free reviewed. It's going to be Sierra 4 for only 2-1 out on the Inbos, oh sorry, Inbom, War 3 Sierra. And cam secured, except for the line completes. Excellent.
Ryanair 5 Quebec Romeo behind, landing aircraft line up 2-1 behind.
Head landing aircraft line up 2-1 behind, Ryanair 5 Quebec Romeo. Let's get out of here. Right guys, let's go. So this guy here, he's a bit out to be fair, so we have a little bit of time before we need to do anything. Just put your barrage back away. Yeah, so...
Tower, good evening, Air Portugal.
Yep, cabin crew, assisted barge base. I'll have autoflock and beyond, and I'll leave the rest until we're actually lining up.
No, I'm doing it again. Lisbon Tower, good evening. Continue approach number 2, reduce minimum approach speed.
Minimum approach speed.
We're pushing 19.1, which is what we need after takeoff.
Portugal 267 short of
This guy's very loud. Just turn down, there we go. Right, so we're next.
Station calling call sign only.
Portugal 2678.
Portugal
assume this is the guy.
behind landing
It's coming in pretty far.
runway 21,
Pretty far back.
vacated Sierra 4.
Right.
After landing, cross 21.
Well, we've waited a while for this moment.
Portugal 670.
Let's get the hell out of here. It's been a long way, about an hour late now, I think. Taxi time's been about half an hour. I was hoping it'd be like 5 minutes when I was planning this last night. Yeah, I think this guy's coming on really slowly. Should be great in theory, but like this time it's actually going to cut things quite close. Yeah, so on the approach he's doing 120 knots and the guy behind him is doing 180, so this might be pretty close for the tower. Yeah, they're pretty close there. Well, we'll get out as fast as we can. We'll make this not as difficult as we can for him. We'll make his job a little bit easier than if we just trundle along at 2 knots. Right, let's get ready to go. Strobes on. And lights, TCAS, weather. Okay, clear left, traffic's on approach as expected. And over he comes, Partner Release. Get rid of the thrust in here so we can move out pretty quickly. There he goes. Alright, we'll allow that again. Cool. Already in the cabin crew, they're already seated. Right down to the end.
And Portugal 2678,
Cool.
Just cancel that cross clearance. It's going to be after the next aircraft.
Alright, and after the next
Spin it round.
for cross, we'll hold short for now. Portugal
Oh, that on the same
2678.
time ID. There
Yeah,
we go.
apologies, I'll call you back. Ryanair 61175117, welcome to Lisbon, vacate
Cool.
left Hotel Sierra Ground 12175, see you.
12175 vacate
He'll get off
Ryanair.
if he can, like, hurry up. And we'll get out of there.
Lisbon Tower, Peoples 405 on Alpha, holding point runway 21.
Oh, this is going to be close.
Station calling call sign only.
He's still on the runway. He's still on the runway.
Peoples 405, roger.
He's running out like
Quebec,
10
Romeo,
knots.
winds 2201, knots,
Oh.
21, cleared takeoff, no delay.
2-1 clear takeoff, no delay. Ryanair. I can only change next here. You can take off 40%.
Yeah, after departure 119.1, see you, Jack.
Yeah, we got the gestures. 191, Jade, see ya. Zibo, Toga, so take off first. Cool. And so take off first. And 89.7% N1 thruster sets. Indications normal. Checked. Release the downstick pressure. Keep that bit of crosswind correction in the yellow line, just to make sure we maintain the centre line. Just hold it up there. Rotate. Wings level. Pulls the right and gear up. Up it goes. Just holding it flying pitch for speed at the moment. 400 feet to check for Roll is L nav. Established.
2358, apologies, 2201, John, clear to land.
Right.
Sorry.
Change frequency over.
Delta 7763, contact Lisboa control 136.05.
1000.
That's a feet, so I'll go command H to ease the work a little bit and bug up. There we go. Budget Seller, RYR5QR Quebec Romeo is passing 2,000 feet. Get it clean yourself up with the flaps 1.
Ryanair 5 Quebec from you, roger.
Good enough, and flaps up.
Left direct, good off, you're identified.
Left direct away. Left direct, confirm that was direct good of, RYR5QR Romeo.
Hey, fun.
Left direct good of, thanks, RYR5QR Romeo. Okay, around we go. Insufficient fuel's not true, we have loads. Yep. The right keeps doing that.
However, Academy 519, you are already cleared for
Right,
the station.
confirm decks. Flaps are up, no lights. Gates are off. We've set the MFR right now, so it's no longer relevant. We cleared us a flight level 60, so we'll just continue up to there for the minutes. Keep marching, not heading rounds.
However, Academy 361, taxi holding point runway 17.
I'm going to wait till I roll out to reach the cabin crew because at the minute we're turning pretty steeply.
Taxi to the holding point to runway 17.
There we go. Set standard pressures, we are climbing to a flight level, albeit low, it's still a flight level.
Point 37
I'm going to take vertical speed, just for the sake of not pulling 7 Gs as we level off. Mr. Cabin Crew.
Report your heading to Lisboa, 125.125.
There you go. 1,000 levels checked.
125.
And we'll hold, yeah, 2,000 would be adequate to level off nicely.
Climb flight level 240.
No, level 240, Ryanair flight Quebec Romeo. So, 240, VNAV, out into the stand up, let's take us straight up. And there we go, in one again, LNAV, VNAV, climb up to 240. Away we go. After that, check air conditioning pressurisation is all set. Engine start switches to auto, landing gears open off, auto brakes off, flaps up, no lights, and the altimeters are standard set, climbing 240. Excellent, that's the after checklist completed. Right, out we go. Climb it through flight level. Cool, it's gone a bit quiet all of a sudden. Fun stuff. Don't need lights on, we can ditch them. It's daylight still. And it is like 10 past 7 in the evening, but it is daylight nevertheless.
Web Academy 519.
Love excellent diary. The clouds look amazing.
Web Academy 519, number 1.
Cool. Cool, through flight level 100 again.
Schedule 568, contact Lisboa control 136.
Just leveling off as we accelerate to 285 knots for the climb.
025, schedule 568 flight.
And thrust is already set.
Emirates 902 with you.
Oh, I'm going to wait till we...
Identified.
Yeah, I'll wait till after we get past this corner here at Goodart to release the packs, because it's quite a sharp turn. About 80 degrees, so it'll use quite a high bank angle for that. So yeah, I'll wait till I get around that and then we'll release the passengers afterwards.
2358, please stop at flight level 70.
Yeah, cool, well, that's us on our way to Dublin. So guys, hello, welcome back. You join me in the cruise. We've got about 80 miles to go to TV, so we really should start planning our arrival now, I believe. So, without further ado, let's come down here. So, forecast. If we have a look at the Dublin METAR, which I'm not going to tune because of that, after missing all this, I was going to read it through the VAT spy information. QH1021, we set that, and the temperature is 8 degrees. So that's, obviously we're taking it from 15 for the ISA. So that is 7 degrees less than the ISA, so 7 degrees for the deviation. And QH1021, execute that. Descent winds, we're looking at flight level 300, 243 at 52. This whole page has enhanced the performance really. Then we look at 230 with winds of 240 at 31. 150 232 at 21. You can hear Shannon control in the background there, we're just with him. Execute that. Alright, so we're landing flat 30 today, ILS 1089. It's already set from my flight earlier, so we'll just swing that back in. Cool, course is 0908. There we go, set that in both sides of course. What I will do actually, I'm going to get some lighting on because it's starting to get dark. The sun begins to set. Let's get a little bit going here. Pan lighting on full and a tiny bit of flood. Just top it all off. Fix, we can get runway 10. We'll do 5 miles and 10 miles just for reference points. Excellent, you can see there our range ring, or sort of rough reference ring, 117, is just after the top of the descent, so that's lines up as you'd expect it to. On the secondary approach. And now we can come and get the charts open for Dublin. So, airport, get an airport chart open, and the parking stands chart open. Approach ILS 10. And then there was 442 for all aircraft categories. There we go. And we're going to use AutoGate tune idle rudder. This is the last flight of the day, so we don't have to factor in brake cooling at all. So we can do AutoGate tune idle, and it'll work out quite nicely for us. Right, so we are on high speed at the moment because of traffic behind us. So yeah, that is the reason for that. I should probably have clarified that as you started. So this approach, flying out runway heading to MaxEv, which is 8.1 DME of the ILS. Then left hand turn into Dublin, which is 1149er, and I will set that in the VOR secondary, just as a precaution. As I say, Dublin is 4,000 at the bottom and 2,400 for pretty much all of it. Apart from that, go around out 3,000 feet up to MaxEv, and then when we turn up to 5,000 feet, max 220 knots until we roll out. So nothing out of the norm there. I mean, based out of Dublin for about circa 3 weeks now, so this is all the norm to me at this point. With regards to rollout, we're going to touch down obviously running 10 as we were told. Roll out and hopefully go down Sierra 2 straight on Whiskey 1 ideally, which will be lovely if we can get that. And we'll go to whatever Stanley sends us to. Yeah, look forward to it. Should be a good arrival, nice sunset on the way down there. Fingers crossed, and yeah. Nothing's changed. When called out, he's given me the arrival that I've already pre-selected, so it's nothing to worry about that. We can preset the QNH 1021 in there. Done on elevation is 250 feet to the nearest 50, so I'll set that, which I'd usually do before departure. Actually, I forgot this time. Good, so to brief the approach, I don't expect them to make us fly the entire thing. I think we're going to get a shortcut, as long as it's not rammed with traffic, which is not, so I'm hoping we get a shortcut in when I eventually find the chart. Very embarrassingly that I've lost. Sutex, there it is. So yeah, coming from Sutex there. I have a max speed restriction of 230 knots there, which if we are flying full arrival, we'll have to comply with. It's 230 all the way around and flight level 70. That's the only two things that really bear in mind. It's 230 knots and flight level 70. I'm expecting to get probably direct to Oslex at some point, maybe Babon or Durham. Go to Oslex to establish on the approach. With regards to weather information and well, general gist of things going on at Dublin at the minute, I did mention some bad winds as we left Lisbon. It's a lot more chill, it's 18 knots, it's still a bit turbulent down there, so it could be a bumpy approach. A few clouds It's 2,200 scattered to 7,000, we shouldn't have any problem with visibility whatsoever. In reference to fuel, and fuel consumption, primary outlet, as I said, was Shannon, and for that we need 1.5 tons, also 1.6 tons. So I'll be happy, that's to get there, and obviously we have a 1.1 ton final reserve, so we can add it up, and I'm happy to go to Shannon with 2.6 tons. We also have Belfast, which I'll use a ton, so 2.2 tons is the call point for Belfast, and I will do it to make my life a bit easier, is I'll set the alternates in here so we can very quickly compare. I'll set Liverpool as well, so we can have Shannon and Cork. At the minute, weather's pretty similar in all of them, pretty straightforward enough. I'd see no reason why I would have to divert, but yeah, their options are there, should we need them, and I've briefed the fuel with regards to that. So yeah guys, that's the arrival planned. I'll get back to you when we begin to shoot the approach. So guys, welcome back. We are just about past 400 on the approach. Just appreciating that while you're talking. Yeah, so we've been direct to RYSAP, which is brilliant. It's like straight in from miles, so we've saved a lot of time and a lot of fuel with that. From frequency, we've had a couple of go-arounds and reports of wind shear. So yeah, this should be a fun approach, to say the least. Yeah, we'll see how it goes. Keep checking the weather in our alternates. Yeah, so just on level 100 now, so we should have 2 months ago. Cabin crew time's 10 minutes. Keep watching that heading up. Yeah, should be landed very soon. Okay, so guys, we've been cleared on the ILS approach from RYSAP, just there, so we have, well, it's all our own now, to be honest, from here. We can do whatever we like with speed and altitude, because we've been cleared on the ILS from RYSAP. It's very bumpy, I must say. We've been having this sort of constant turbulence all the way down. So we'll see what happens. Obviously we need to stay within stabilised approach criteria. And to recap that, landing gate with 500 feet where we must have had the land checks completed. In fall, have a thrust setting, not be too fast, so sorry, not be in excess of 20 knots. And we can't have vertical speed more than 1,000 feet a minute for a prolonged period of time. So like, it's fine if we just very quickly duck down and back up again. But if we're holding it to try and like get a speed or get the glide slope back or something, then yeah, that's not on. So yeah. I think the best alternate's Aldergrove, but we have time to hold should we need to, so we can always evaluate our options for a bit before we decide what we're doing. But I don't think it'll get to that point, but we'll see. Cool, right, 16 miles. There we go, got ILS is in range, just not moving yet. Cool. Just hope for all the best. So yeah, there was another aircraft on approach who reported wind shear and he flew a go around, so we'll see what happens with that. I'm guessing anyway. Did he get down? I can't remember. Anyway, we'll see. And we have quite a few other lot of options with regards to alternate. We have London, Derry, Aldergrove, Cork, Shannon, Liverpool, Manchester if we need to be, Birmingham, everything. So yeah, loads of options should we require it. Right, let's start sort of 220 knots now for the initial approach fix. So begin to ease off. Lovely. Sunset. Oh my god. Boing, 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 boing. The wings off on one.
Shannon, request further climb if possible. We shot up because we've got COVID levels in traffic. 6 Romeo.
Right, 6 Romeo.
Okay.
That is
right.
copied. London, or not London, Scottish is offline. You can monitor Unicom now 122 decibels.
Right.
Bye bye.
Okay, so
time Scottish 1228. See you Ryanair 6 Romeo. Bye.
Bye bye.
okay, 2 hours from right, so I'll begin the turn in a second. The aircraft will begin the turn, I should say. 3,000 feet, that'll level off now. Platform altitude for the ILS. All's going to plan so far, nothing catastrophic has happened. As long as the winds behave themselves a bit, we'll be fine. Out to quiet. Having our 3K. Yeah, there's all the departing traffic up there. It's just left London. So lovely. London? No, Dublin. Lovely sunset approach. On the approach, speaking of approaches. So I'll get on the localizer and glide slope as we turn onto it. And we'll set runway heading as well. There we go, it's got the localizer. Nice. Looking good.
Alpaca to Juliet Hotel, report your indicated airspeed.
Right, well, flaps 1, the speed 200 knots.
2 knots, Alpaca to Juliet Hotel.
Cabin crew, seats for landing, please.
Firebird 190.
Firebird, that's such a good call sign.
Speed 250 knots, please.
I always want to fly that. I'm pretty sure it's Airbridge Cargo UK or something. Or like Silk Air or something like that anyway. Sounds amazing. It's like Speedbird, but even cooler. There you go, yeah, there's that headwind setting in there. Slight crosswind components, but nothing too excessive. It's 9 miles, I'm on flat 5 now, 180 knots.
London North is offline, Manchester Unicom 122.8, bye-bye.
Cool, and there's a glide now, established, green box. So I can glide down. Let's get the speed till 6 miles.
767, 3 miles in front, flying level 124 and climbing. London North offline, Manchester Unicom 122.8.
Winds are calmed down a bit, which is good.
Thanks so much over at Newcom, bye-bye. Firebird 190.
Obviously with visuals, so showed the ILF drop out or anything ridiculous like that, so good to continue.
5 Quebec Romeo, confirm established.
Oh yep, sorry, I forgot to report, we're fully established, 5 Quebec Romeo. Forgot to do
5
that.
Quebec Romeo, thank you. Number 1, contact the tower 118.6, bye-bye.
118.6, Ryanair 5 Quebec Romeo, thanks so much for your help, goodbye. Cool. Dublin Tower, very good evening, Ryanair 5 Quebec Romeo, ILS runway 10 with 6 miles.
Ryanair 5 Quebec Romeo, Dublin Tower, good evening, runway 10, continue approach, there's traffic rolling, the surface wind is 060 degrees, 17 knots.
10, continue approach, Ryanair 5 Quebec Romeo. Right, we'll begin slowing over to flat 5 speed. Because with Ryanair we'll go gear down flat 15 at 4 miles, which as per the standard operating procedures. Approach checklist, activities are set and approach checks. Approach is checked and set. Approach checks complete. 10 clear to land, Ryanair 5 Quebec Romeo. Oh, we're getting very well and bumpy now. Get out, flat 15, set 160 for the moment. Zero sound, taxi lights, continuous. Okay, landing checks to flaps. Size continuous, recalls checked, speed brakes are on green light. Landing is down, 3 greens, holding up flaps. Flat 30. 145, excellent. So, final approach speed, flat 30, green light, so I've completed the checklist. Flat, oh sorry, auto rate 2, flaps 30, green light, landing lights on. Flying checks complete.
10 o'clock now, 6 miles,
Turn this guy down here.
1,000 feet.
Cool. Landing checks is completed.
Okay, thanks.
Let's have a little bit of fun.
Romeo, did you copy the traffic information?
Hey firm, we don't have him in sight, but we'll keep an eye out for him 5 Quebec Romeo.
Okay, thanks.
Right, auto falls out. Lags and tune whilst it loads something in the distance. And manual flight.
Traffic. Clear of conflict.
Oh. Well, that'll be the traffic, I can see him on T-cars. Where the fuck are they? There he is. Back on that glide, yes, we're at the limit of the, yeah, we got to the limit of the stabilised approach there. We are so stable.
Approaching minimums.
Checked. It's quite very
Minimums.
landing.
Golf November Lima, you can leave the orbit over Ballymun now and enter a right-hand downwind, runway 10, I'll call your base.
Enter now, right-hand downwind, runway 10, call your base. Golf
Seriously? Reverse normal. Oh my, yards of wind.
Golf November Lima, just to confirm, it will be a full stop landing at Dublin.
Yeah, full stop now.
I did ignore our policy of I reverse, but I think that was necessary with the winds. Just roll out. 60 knots around that. No, that was ground speed. 60 knots airspeed. Off on the left. 35 knots is a nice speed to go on the rapid at. Ryanair 5 Quebec Romeo is located CR2.
Ryanair 5 Quebec Echo, Roger, vacate straight ahead, Whiskey 1, hold short, runway 16.
Straight ahead, Whiskey 1, hold short of 16, Ryanair 5 Quebec Romeo. Cool, right, we'll clean the aircraft up.
Golf November Lima, cleared, right hand base report finals, runway 10.
Clear
Go for all the flows.
Report finals, Golf November Lima.
Flight directors off as well.
Ryanair 5 Quebec Romeo from Whiskey 1, cross runway 16, taxi link 4, stand 126.
From Whiskey 1, cross 16, taxi link 4, stand 126. So Ryanair 5 Quebec Romeo, thanks very much.
Double there.
Cool, we'll set it down, wherever that can go off. So yeah, T-gas out off, pizza heats off, struggles can go off, Christ, they should have been off ages ago. Get rolling. We'll start up the EPU, and then we'll cut number 2 and do a single engine taxi all the way into stand from here.
Golf November Lima, just entering final.
Keep rolling all the way forward.
Golf November Lima, the surface wind is 060 degrees, 17 knots, runway 10, you're clear to land.
10 clear to land, Golf November
1, 2, 3, 4, 5 in the comms, pilot frequency. So I think we can switch on to that once I've pulled on the stand. Reset the minimums. Police car gone past outside. That decal was pretty nice, to be honest. I'll take that. I've done worse. EGT's on the EP's just spooling down there. Follow this all the way out to the end, left end into stand 126. There's a company aircraft down there. I love Dublin as a place to fly into. It's nice, I like it, and the ATC is good as well. Okay, transfer the gens. And 126 confirmed, and the sound marshals inside. And also, mad drivers also inside. Straighten up, follow a line in. Just idle off now and hopefully roll the rest of the way. I'll show you a bit more. Now I'll roll from here, hopefully. I'll read a bit more. A little bit, come on. This thing really doesn't roll well when you're losing momentum on the single engine.
Dublin Tower, good evening. Ryanair 4 Kilo Lima, with Mission Quebec, Sam 107, 727-800, requesting clearance to Bristol.
Ryanair 4 Kilo Lima Dublin Tower, very good evening. You're clear to Bristol. Hestus 2 Echo departure, runway 10.
Stop, final set.
Squawk 6605.
Signal 1.
Contact Shannon Control.
Zibo on red.
131.150.
Start picking the aircraft up.
On the Petty 2 Echo departure 10, squawk 6605 and airborne frequency
Cool.
121.15.
Not transfer on the ground yet, we'll hold off on that.
Ryanair 4 Kilo Lima, are you back correct?
Hello James.
Golf November Lima, vacating Sierra 4.
Golf November Lima, roger, vacate right, Sierra, left, Whiskey 2, stop.
Alright, let's get off. Chock set to get a GPU unit up. As ground units go, get all them guys up. Open up the doors. Air stairs down. That's like the day, so we can fully shut this thing down. The crosswind from the left is a headwind, so yeah, we can get both of these off. That's off as well. Good. Off, 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 off. They're gonna see it off a lot in the next like minute. Off. Fuel pumps are all off. So off. Sorry, emergency exit lights can go to off. Trim air off. Lead the lights as they are for the moment. Right, shutdown checklist. Fuel pumps are off, electrics are on GPU, fan Zibo signs off when he's off, prop heats off, anti-ice off, electric hydraulic pumps off, voice recorder is in auto, we don't have it fitted but we'll pretend it's in auto. Air conditioning packs, auto, engine bleeds on, APU's off, AP bleed off even, stereo lights, we got logo and steady, starters are off, auto brake is off, press up now to part and brake set, starter is cut off, weather nod off, CVR circuit breaker again, can't really do anything about that but we'll say it's out. Cockpit door is unlocked, we'll open it. And that's a shutdown check that's complete. Right, secure checklist. Actually no, I'll do that later once I'll finish the video off, because that's battery error as well. Cool, right, so, welcome to Dublin. Fun stuff. Yeah, enjoyed that flight, it was good. Not a bad landing, the crowd was okay. And yeah, we made it first time around, which was good. So yeah guys, I hope you enjoyed that. Again, I apologise about the lack of videos, whether that's going to change or not, I don't know, but what is more prominent than ever is Twitch streaming. I do usually at least one a week, sometimes even 2 and 3. So yeah, if you for some reason do miss me and my voice for some reason, then you're A, mad, and B, you should probably go and check out Twitch, because that's where I am spending most of my time with regards to content recently anyway. But yeah guys, so without further ado, I'll not keep you waiting around any longer. Thank you all very much for watching, I hope you enjoyed it, and I'll see you all next time. Ta-ra.